I'd like to share with you my adventure in the Bermuda Triangle. St. Joseph Elementary, Trinity Elementary, and Blessed Sacrament Elementary. Now, listen, I know that New Rochelle, New York is a far cry from the mysterious depths of the Atlantic Ocean, but just as souls vanished in the Bermuda Triangle, my joy vanished in this deadly geometric vortex of Westchester County. So in kindergarten, I started out at St. Joseph, and I was a bit of an eccentric kid, and I often spent recess alone because the other kids didn't want to play with me. I was bullied, and I just dreaded going to school. So my smart mom, right, love you, mama, wherever you are, she got me the heck out of there, and off I went to Trinity. Guess what? Same thing, but now the bullying got way worse. So smart mom got me the hell out of there. Off I went to Blessed Sacrament. Guess what? Same thing, but now the bullying came with violence. I promise this is a talk about joy. So, there weren't a lot of options in my neighborhood. So, smart mom got me the hell out of there, sent me back to Trinity, and we crossed our fingers. And something happened. I found the theater. That's me as Candlewick in the mind-blowing, earth-shattering sixth grade production of Pinocchio. So I found my tribe, and we played these really fun games. And it was the first time ever that I went to school and experienced joy. And what I mean by joy is a connection to the people and events in one's environment that inspires well-being, delight, and pleasure. So many years pass, and shout out to Brene Brown, many years of therapy to sort through all of that trauma. So it's 2008, and I earned my master's in acting. Can you recall what a stellar year 2008 was? Misery, dismay, hopelessness, the exact opposite of joy, the exact same feelings I felt as a kid, but now the whole world was feeling them. I had an idea. Called a colleague at Stanford. Me. I think we need to enrich students with strong soft skills in order for them to survive this crisis. And I'm pretty sure play is the way to do it. I could have grown up from embarrassment saying that. Him. Okay, if it works, come back. If not, don't. I took all these games I learned from a graduate course dedicated to play. And on my own, I studied neuroscience, learning sciences, organizational development. I said a Hail Mary, and away I went. It sparked this bizarre, incredible career as a professor, which then catapulted me into the training rooms of the Fortune 500, from New York to Australia, using play to increase innovation, empathy, collaboration, and joy. I believe it is our responsibility in higher education to teach joy. My avenue for doing that is play. And play deserves a spot in higher ed right alongside linear algebra and politics of Africa. Now listen to me. I know what this audience of high-achieving educated adults is thinking. Candlewick wants me to pay for my kid to go to college and play? Yeah, I see you. You cannot hide from me, right? But before your contempt prior to investigation, come with me. What exactly do I mean by play? Well, instead of telling you, why don't we try it out? Because it goes against my very fiber as a teacher to talk about play and not actually play. Now listen. This will either be amazing or the most disastrous talk in the history of TED. Either way, you and I will be remembered. Okay, now listen, stand up where you are. Just stand up. You don't need anything. Just put your bodies up and stand up. All right? Okay, now, the game that we're going to play is called Family Portrait. Here's how you play. This whole section here to my left is Family 1. This section in the middle is family 2, and this whole section to my right is family 3. So just give a wave to your family and say, hi, hi, family. You can say hi, hi, family. Okay, good. Look at me. I'll hold an imaginary camera, say a word, and count to 5. In that time, you will work together with your family as best as you can and interpret that word in some sort of picture. When I get to 5, I'll say click. You'll freeze and look at the camera. And once you freeze, there's no talking. For example, if I say, you are the happy family, you and your family work together to interpret the word happy, I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, click. And if I showed that imaginary picture to someone in the lobby, they would look at it and they would say, oh my God, that's the happy family. Right? Okay, you get it? We're gonna move very quickly here. We will start that way. We will go around and come back here. Okay, here we go. You are the Halloween family. 1, 2, 3, 4, click. You are the psychic family. 1, 2, 3, 4, click. You are the Velociraptor family. 1, 2, 3, 4, click. You are the supermodel family. 1, 2, 3, 4, click. You are the stinky family. 1, 2, 3, 4, click. You are the mushroom family. 1, 2, this can go many ways, people. 3, 4, click. You are the Chihuahua family. 1, 2, 3, 4, click. You are the bulldog family. 1, 2, 3, 4, click. And you are the pug family. 1, 2, 3, 4, click. Okay, now all of you, you're one big family. You are the joyful family. 1, 2, 3, 4, click. Give yourselves a hand. All right, amazing. You could sit, you could sit, you could sit. All right, now listen, Ted's got me on a timer, so we have to move this thing along. Shout out a couple of skills that you think this game works on. Shout them at me. Creativity. What else? Imagination. What else? Playfulness. Great. Listen, you're seeing some of them. Family portraits work on a bunch of different skills. Creativity, ideation, problem solving, active learning, social influence, innovation, flexibility. Why do I specifically name those, huh? Because if you look at the World Economic Forum's list of the top 10 skills needed to thrive in 2022, every single one of them are on there. The first half of my class is dedicated to this type of play, and then the students share the skills that they're learning. This is a whiteboard from my class. Everything on here is from the students. My God, it's so messy. I can hear those nuns like knocking on their graves coming after me right now. But let me just highlight a few for you, okay? Resilience, strategy, risk taking, critical thinking, vulnerability, synthesis, agility, community, active listening, and joy. Who doesn't want those qualities, those skills in themselves, their coworkers, their employees? Who doesn't want them in their children? Do you know that 89% of new hire failure isn't because someone lacked the skills on paper to execute the task of that position? It is because they do not play nicely with others. The largest predictors of success across academic, career, and life are soft skills. That is a non-disputable fact. So doesn't it make complete sense that our institutions must consciously and pointedly develop those skills? Okay, let's go back to the question before we played. What do I mean by play? Some people call sport or yoga play, and they're right, that's playing with a purpose, winning, a better body, a calmer mind, or painting a picture or practicing an instrument. They're right too, that's playing with a purpose, right? Perfecting light and shadow, or hitting the right note for the tuba player. For me, play is coming together to explore the unknown through seemingly purposeless activity. What is seemingly purposeless? You're not getting an A on the you're not getting a title for your resume. Why the unknown? My friends, look at we have been knocked somewhere we've never been before. If there has ever been a time where we need to develop a capacity, a curiosity towards the unknown, the unexpected, the uncertain, now is that time. These moments are no longer if they happen, and they happen. And play is nature's gift to train us in this exploration, and it does it joyfully. How do I know? Look at these pictures of my students over the years. Joy, a connection to the people and events in one's environment that inspires well being, delight, and pleasure. Last September, the American College Association reported that out of 48,000 colleges, 67% of female and 54% male felt lonely, very lonely. Do you know that loneliness contributes to poor mental health, difficulties coping with stress, academic burnout? Every semester at the end of my class, the students share how they feel so connected to one another. I am not saying that play is the only way, but my God is one way of that. Imagine a world where our young people are better equipped to handle life uncertainty, where they have the necessary tools to fully thrive as human beings, where part of their education is dedicated to cultivating joy. And we do all of that with play. I taught a class one semester, about 14 students, many of whom were international. And I had this one student, we'll call her Nora. She was from Asia, struggled, right? She consistently go last, never volunteer. She often remained quiet during our debrief. So one day, about midway through the term, we were playing a game called Come Join Me. So I said to the class, hey, who wants to start off and go first? That, right? It was, I literally have goosebumps telling this story again right now. So during our debrief, I said to her, Nora, what was different? And she said, how in her country, students passed. They sat at desks, they listened, they took notes, and then when she got to my class, it was like a horror movie. Uh-huh. And then she said, I finally found the courage to step out of my comfort. I mean, the whole class just formed into this huge group hug, laughing through tears. And in her weekly journals, Nora shared how she was taking that courage to her other classes. And I got to thank Nora because she made me step out of my here I was teaching this work to elite of academia and fancy corporations. So I asked myself, how could I democratize joy? How could I go from classrooms to living room? And my God, I struggled for years with that question till it led me to founding an interactive storytelling company dedicated to human connection, dedicated to bringing friends and family together, playful, joyful experience. My favorite playwright is Eugene Ionesco. He is this merry man who just dances with the absurdity of life. He said, childhood is the world of miracle and wonder, as if creation rose, bathed in light out of the dark, utterly fresh and new and astonishing. The end of childhood is when things cease on it. That kid right there missed out a lot of his child until one day he did. So him and I, we got a request for you here. Be astonished. Find wonder. And let's do it together, joyfully, by playing. So much for your time. Thank you so much.